Green leaf along the beaches was quite different than green leaf amid the thick emerald forest. The curving sands along the salty waters were much hotter, for one thing, though a cat could still enjoy basking on the trapped warmth of the sun during certain parts of the day, before it got too hot, or a properly careful feline would escape for the shade of the caves or the twisted, stubby bushes and trees that grew in the sandy soil. Another difference was the sound. The beaches lacked the constant drone of the cicadas that crawled along the forest trees, and the raucous calls of the noisy forest birds defending territory and nest. Instead, along the beaches, the unchanging, ever-present sound of the waves blurred the edges between the seasons, providing a background murmur to the everyday life of the branch-clan cats that was the same in Greenleaf as it had been in Leafbear. Life in the caves also had that sense of time being suspended. The caves were so different from the forest and its ever-changing nature. A den in the forest would shift with a constantly changing flow of colors and growth as the flowers, bushes, and trees continued on their shifting dance through the seasons. And yet, the dens within the caves never changed. The air was the same temperature through all the seasons, neither too hot nor too cold, providing enough warmth in the chill of Leafbear and an escape from the heat of Greenleaf. Within its dim confines, a few plants grew, clumps of cave clovers and dark green blankets of moss, of ferns setting down tentative roots here and there, with patches of sunlight slipping through the rocks overhead, but nothing like the ever-changing plant life of the forest. Crowfeather lifted his head, catching a glimpse of the blue sky visible through an open hole in the top of the cave, where he could see the fluffy white greenleaf clouds passing overhead, with the distant specks of seagulls swirling underneath them. He watched the birds, mesmerized, while some guilty part of his mind turned over the question he had been avoiding trying to think about for so long. Just how long had he been here with BranchClan, anyway? Crowfeather? Crowfeather jumped, bringing his attention back to the silvery cat in front of him. Sea Whisper was stretched out on her side, one of the kits curled up against her as they slipped between bursts of active feeding and sleep in the way that young kits did. In the corners of the cave, there were flickers of movement and excited, high-pitched meows as Frog Kit darted back and forth with the other kits of the nursery, the young kit full of too much energy to eat and rest like his siblings.
Sorry, I was just thinking, Crowfeather meowed softly, twitching his tail as he tried to summon a smile.
Sea Whisper gave him a steady look, her eyes unwavering, before finally sighing and laying her head down on the soft moss of her bed. I know you were, she murmured, her voice direct and gentle as always, with a soft touch of reserved sadness that told him she knew, as she always did, what he had been thinking about, too.
The kits are growing so fast,
Crowfeather murmured, struggling for conversation. Despite the forced nature of his words, he couldn't hide the pride in his voice. Since they had been born, Crowfeather had hardly left Sea Whisper and the kits for more than a moment. Sea Whisper purred softly, the sound faint and gentle, but it was easy to hear such small noises in the silence of the caves. The Silver Queen stared down at the tiny kits at her side, one ear twitching as Frog Kit let out a loud yell of excitement and tackled another kit some distance behind them. They are, she murmured, her gaze never shifting from the sleeping kits. And they're learning to love you, too, Crowfeather. Sea Whisper sighed again and closed her eyes, her body sinking into the deep, relaxed pose of a queen lying asleep and aware of her kits, and full of love and contentment with the world because of it. Her eyes were still closed when she spoke again, her voice so soft Crowfeather was sure it was only the place for her in his heart that caught her words. For their sake, decide soon, Crowfeather. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Warrior Cats Challenge here in Sims 3 with all expansion packs and quite a bit of custom content. And we are jumping back over to Branch Clan today. So don't worry, I have not forgotten that Dogaze and Squirreleap actually still have the kind of burden / curse of going to visit the Two Legs. We will definitely be doing that in the future, but I thought it was about time. Oh, calm down, Misty Pond, you're gonna be okay. But I thought it was about time to check in this gigantic crowded clan. Oh my gosh, did I say Clat Clan? I meant clan of cats. Oh my gosh, look at all of these cats. There's so many of them. They're just all over the place. They're popping up like daisies. And there's so many babies here. Look how many cats we have. I can't believe this. This is pretty amazing. But there are still a lot of things going on in Branch Clan, so I thought it would be appropriate to come and visit them for a day or two. Don't forget, we'd still have the question of Crowfeather's loyalty. Will he decide to stay or will he go? Is he going to stay with his kits or will his heart call out for Moss Clan? He's not officially a Branch Clan member yet, and I kind of wanted to leave it to see what his wants are, like who he... Oh, we're seeing something pretty heavy over here. He wants to sniff Wildpaw, become best friends with Briarstalk, and become best friends with Lionstar. So we're gonna have to see if Crowfeather is going to decide to stay with the clan and make friends among them, or if his heart is going to call out again and again for the forest and the clan that he left behind. So we'll be keeping an eye on Crowfeather and his drama. Dawnstep still has that big giant secret that she is kind of hiding from everybody that we need to look into in a little bit. And it looks like she wants to become good friends with Shellkit, Sniff Wavekit, Sniff Crowfeather. So she's curious about this interloper who has come and brought kits into this whole situation. Sniff Oakglade. Do you want to do anything? Sniff Doglaze? Sniff Nightfrost? Do you not want to do anything with your own kits, Crowfeather? I'm going to have him sniff Nightfrost just because it's something he wants to do here. Are you two hanging out? No, it looks like there's just so many kits that Wavekit and Coralkit have kind of bumped into each other. But you guys, we have some of the most beautiful cats here. Don't we? Wavekit, Coralkit, are you guys a little closer? Like, look at those ears. Look at those ears. I love these ears on Wavekit. They're just so cute. Coralkit, look at your patterns. Man, Dawnstep must be panicking a little bit. It's a little bit obvious due to the brown on your coat, just who your daddy really is. Wait, I think Coralkit, actually, who's your mother? I forget. So Dawnstep does have this secret of who actually may have been involved with fathering her most recent litter of kits. And don't forget that her mate Branchstar is very big on family loyalty. He also wants to sniff Moonpaw, Sea Whisper, Quail Eye. So it seems like he's checking on his apprentice, and he's also checking in on the queens and also the top hunter, Sea Whisper, and coming over to sniff Quail Eye. You really should do a lot of hunting in just a second here, Branchstar. But yeah, there's been a lot going on in the clan, a lot of drama, a lot of things happening. Bearglow has to make his decisions over what he wants to do. He wants to chase Dawnstep, and he wants to pounce Trout Shadow. I think that's to keep Trout Shadow. We're gonna have him go ahead and do that. But I actually think that's to try to keep Trout Shadow away from his sister, because Trout Shadow has been making eyes at Misty Pond. But even though Misty Pond has kind of expressed to her brother, Bearglow, that she wants to have kits of her own, Bearglow is really against that for some reason. And there's some pretty good theories. Look, she's curious about the kits. She wants to go catch a rodent, maybe help feed them. She's going to go take a nap in the nursery, no less. Look at her. She's running into the nursery. We'll go ahead and just let the cats start running around. But yeah, there's reasons. There's a lot of reasons, and some of you have guessed very closely that it has to do with her personality, that Bearglow does not want Misty Pond having kits of her own. And Frogkit is coming over to sniff Shellkit. Ah, they're just so beautiful. You guys, I swear, I love the just absolutely gorgeous red coloring and the russet and ginger hues of our Moss Clan cats. But Branch Clan, oh man, do they ever just have some really beautiful kits. Look at these modeled patterns. I really need to get those pictures for everybody so that when we do start the official Wikia, you guys will be able just to pull up some pictures to get some references for what their patterns look like. Because wow. So that was Frogkit and I think Shellkit. Yeah, Frogkit and Shellkit. Frogkit is the child of Crowfeather and Sea Whisper. And then Shellkit is the child of Dawnstep and, in air quotes, Branchstar. So ahem, just to kind of give you guys an idea again of what the drama is going on over here. And then what are we doing over here? So it looks like Stonepaw. Oh, he wants to sniff Tommy? What is this, Stonepaw? Interested in Tommy, are you?
and sniff Moonpaw. That makes sense because he's good friends with Moonpaw, and he wants to be best friends with Moonpaw and best friends with his sister. But Stonepaw has completed his warrior challenge, so he should become an official warrior pretty soon. We may not have time to do his ceremony today because we're going to be just going around reacquainting ourselves with Branch Clan today and just seeing mostly how the kids interact. I want to see how they're going to take on the world. I want to see how they play with one another. I want to see if they start forming some friendships. Oh my goodness, Frog Kit, your little butt. Look at Frog Kit's little rump, you guys. Have you ever seen an adorable kitten rump? Oh, like that. Oh, it's just so cute. But I really want to see kind of where the kits take us today. So it looks like little Frog Kit is actually out on his way to sniff Wave Kit. So he's off to sniff one of his siblings, which I think is pretty cool. And let's switch over to, where is Branch Star? So today we are going to be focusing a little bit on Branch Star, who wants to sniff his mate now. Make sure she's doing okay. But there's not many cats who can do hunting right now since we have so many queens. Night Frost can do some hunting. I think she might do some last minute hunting with her apprentice before he becomes a warrior. So we might send her and Stonepaw over to the ruins to do some hunting in just a second here. And that may also give Stonepaw an opportunity to potentially gather up more rocks, because he does collect rocks. He is our spirit of the land for Branch Clan, and he's connected to Slate, who is a rock spirit instead of Willow being a plant spirit. Slate, you are just... We're just going to go ahead and let Slate have some energy. I don't know. You guys are going to see a blooper where he talks... He's juiced again. He's been drinking that eggplant juice, and I have no idea why. I have no words for him, but we're going to kind of leave him be. All right. And we'll actually see if we can convince Crowfeather. He does want to sniff Wildpaw, though. And Wildpaw is actually, I think I accidentally said that she is a Moss Clan cat, but she's clearly a Branch Clan cat. So we'll look into all that. Wildpaw, for her part, is curious about one of the kits, which is interesting because she jokingly calls this Kit Clan because she's fed up with Branch Clan having so many kits. But Branch Clan may have a lot of kits, and that means a lot of mouths to feed. And you know what they don't have right now that they really need a lot of? They don't have any food. There's nothing in the prey pile. Oh gosh, and I think that, oh, look at this! I think Night Frost just noticed there's nothing in the prey pile while she's here visiting with her daughter. Aw, and it looks like Moonpaw actually wants to become good friends with her aunt. Well, and they don't really look at that much. The warrior cats don't really focus on that many of the different family relations. But yeah, Misty Pond is indeed her aunt, and it looks like Moonpaw wants to spend a little bit of time with her. But I think that Night Frost, especially because she is so attached to all of the kits and very concerned about them. Night Frost, by the way, does have a certain... She's got some weird pain that's been showing up in her chest lately. We talked about that a long time ago in some past episodes, but don't worry, you will be seeing a little more information about that coming up. But I think we're going to go ahead and have her maybe give her daughter a good nuzzle. There you go, Night Frost. So I think she's going to invite Moonpaw. We'll focus on that for now, I think. I think she's going to invite Moonpaw, and she'll invite her apprentice, Stonepaw, to go and do a little bit of hunting with her up at the ruins. Normally the cats do a lot of fishing, but I think that she'll take them up to the ruins to do a bit of hunting. And meanwhile, I think Trout Shadow, he's sleeping, but I think Branch Star is going to wake up soon, and we're going to have like a very late night hunting. So yeah, I think we're going to go ahead. All right, we've got several queens. Trout Shadow, I think you're going to go ahead and you're going to be dragged into this whole mess. I mean, you can't go sniff Marie. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and drag Trout Shadow over. Branch Star, come over here. And we're going to have Trout Shadow sniff Branch Star, and they're going to go ahead and start the evening hunting because we have no prey. Wait, is somebody trying to catch something? Who's catching something on their own? Who's doing it? I hear somebody fighting something. Oh, here we go. It's Otterslip. Otterslip, you don't have to do that, sweetie. You just had kits. Oh, and she wants to be friends with Branch Star. Did she catch it? Otterslip, did you catch it? Aw, she got a snake skin, though. Oh, no. I wonder if she's starting to stumble upon all of the different snakes. So just so you guys know, it is Greenleaf, and Greenleaf in Branch Clan means that the cats are going to run into a lot more snakes. If you guys saw the Behind the Paws special video that we made, then you will have seen that there's going to be a lot of snakes. There are a lot more snake spawners, and that means there's going to be a lot more snakes showing up because it's the warm season. It's summer, aka greenleaf. So that means that the snakes are going to be coming out to bask on all of the rocks at the beaches and the warm sand at the beach. So the chance of getting bit by snakes is going to go up really, really high for Branch Clan. But I think that we're going to go ahead. Moonpaw, why don't you come over here? And Moonpaw, who apparently wants to go ahead, and she's curious about all the little ones too. Well, hang in there, Moonpaw, even if she is a little bit neglected from Branch Star. Branch Star is supposed to be her mentor, but he's nervous about the prophecy on Moonpaw's head, so he tends to kind of ignore her, even though he shouldn't, because he's worried, like, what happens if she does become a pretty strong cat? Is she supposed to be a pretty strong cat? What does it mean for her to have a prophecy? Trout Shadow! Trout Shadow, wake up! All right, where are you going, Otterslip? Off to bed. I think Branch Star is coming over to wake Trout Shadow up. And they'll sniff at one another. And then he'll go and grab probably Wild Paw. Or actually, he would grab Quail Eye. Where's Quail Eye? There you are, Quail Eye. So I think then... Oh, Quail Eye, why are you exhausted? And Quail Eye wants to become best friends with Shell Kit and Sand Kit. Well... Let's see about that. Dun, 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 dun. Then Shell Kit and Sand Kit. Yep, Shell Kit. That's Dawnstep's child. And Sand Kit. Let's see. And Sand Kit. Where is Sand Kit? Yeah, interesting, you guys. So, for some reason, Quail Eye wants to become best friends with Dawnstep's recent litter. But Quail Eye doesn't have anything about being best friends. There we go, with Glow Kit. I was going to say... He didn't have anything with being best friends with Glow Kit and Glow Kit's little sibling, Coral Kit. And I was not going to be very impressed if that was the case. But it looks like he's tired. I think that he actually would be forgiven. Let's see. Is that Shell Kit? Yeah. I don't know how Dawnstep would take it if she found out that, you know, Quail Eye was meeting with Shell Kit and Sand Kit behind her back. I don't think Dawnstep would be happy about that. All right. She's doing something. We're going to have Branch Star focus. He's going to gather up. Quail Eye will be excused because he's tired and getting ready to sleep. And then come here, you. All right, and you two go ahead, maybe nuzzle and socialize for a couple minutes. And then we'll send them off to do some hunting together with Night Frost. And then we need to get some prey in the prey pile. So all of this drama and all of the personal issues that the cats have to the side. Yeah, he's ready to go stalk for prey. All of that to the side, we need to just go ahead and friendly sniff. And we're going to let these two chat, and then they'll go do some fishing. And I think that Branch Star originally would have wanted to bring Quail Eye, but he's like, for some reason, Quail Eye seems kind of tired. He's hanging out with my daughter, and he might want to go hang out with his kits. So I think Branch Star would be nice and let Quail Eye off for the night. But we need to have a lot of active hunters going on, or else we're going to have trouble. All right. And meanwhile, Night Frost is visiting with Dawnstep. Alright, so those two are socializing. Good. And these two are getting a little bit of socialization in. Good. I have no idea why Stonepaw is curious about Tommy. And then let's go ahead and maybe a quick sniff. And then let's send everybody up. Night Frost is getting a little tired. She gets tired a lot more easily now. She just seems to get a little bit more exhausted. They're not really sure why or what's going on. But we'll send those three cats up here so that Moonpaw, Night Frost, and Stonepaw. And let's see, come here with, and let's grab Moonpaw. It always takes a minute to settle back in to, and Stonepaw, who is her mentor, or her apprentice. She is Stonepaw's apprentice, or mentor, and she's done a very good job of it so far. Luminous Salamander. Sweet. Good job, Slate. We'll have to get that from you later. Alright, and are you coming this way? No, you need to come over here. And then let's get... So we'll focus on those three for now. Because as what happens in huge clans like this, it can get really confusing and you can get easily sidetracked with so many cats. But we definitely need to get some prey. Before, like I said, before we can focus on anything else, we definitely need to start tackling down some prey items, or else we're just not going to have any food. The kits are going to start getting sick. and then that's not good. And then we'll start getting all sorts of dangerous rolls. I'll have to roll for kit illnesses, and kits have special modifiers that I'm still working on behind the scenes. But when one kit becomes sick, there becomes a huge chance of another kit getting sick as part of the random events, because that's what often happens with young creatures, is one becomes sick and then all of the rest just follow suit, and that can happen pretty often. Why are you being so stubborn about fishing? Come fish, Trout Shadow. There we go. And then I think Misty Pond, she's sleeping, but she does like kits, so Misty Pond may even help out in a little bit. So we'll let her sleep and then we'll bring her over. Actually, I think that she may have been politely invited, but I don't think she'd fish because she's in the mood to catch a rodent. And Misty Pond is she's a little bit gentle that way. She'll do what she wants to do and not what another cat tells her, even if it's the leader. Except for Bear Glow. She'd listen to Bear Glow for sure. I think Crowfeather would probably hear all the hubbubaloo of all the other cats coming over to go fishing, and he would start doing a little bit of fishing too, which is his responsibility. He has kits in this clan, but as he's catching the fish, he's going to have to ask himself, should he be focusing on like fish for this clan or fish for Moss clan? Ooh, a perfect red herring. Pretty cool. All right, so all of those cats are going to be working over there. Night Frost, what are you doing back over here? Oh my goodness, I guess maybe... Okay, well, you know what? I'll let you go ahead and sleep. I think we'll go ahead and just take this as Night Frost is not feeling well enough to go hunting. So that actually leaves Stonepaw and Moonpaw alone to go ahead. And I think that Stonepaw would actually give her a friendly nuzzle that was meant just as something casual and accidentally became something a little bit more. So hunting by moonlight. Oh my. We're gonna have to see what happens here. I think you have such silly eyes, Stonepaw. But I think that they would kind of have surprised one another. How'd you get bigger? That's hilarious. I think Moonpaw actually has gotten a little bit bigger than Stonepaw, even though she's younger, because potentially of who her parents are. So, you know what? Let's let them go ahead. How close are you guys to being best friends? They're kind of close to being best friends. So I think they should go ahead. We'll try nuzzling again. What's that? Slate caught a great shark. Wildpaw, what? Wildpaw is now a fishing expert? She caught a sea slug. Wildpaw just became a fishing expert because she got a sea sludge. Oh my gosh, what does that mean, Wildpaw? Okay, she has caught 20 fish. She now has a chance of catching rarer fish, which is good, because partially because of her irresponsible behavior in the past, her father, oh wow, she's got a lot of fish. We'll go ahead and just start putting those down. But partially because of her irresponsible behavior in the past, her father decreed that until she actually, and let's see, we've got like outstanding and perfect quality fish. So I think that's for outstanding is the highest, or is it perfect? I think it's perfect is the highest quality, so we could get rid of one of those. But she has a nice quality sea sludge that somehow, maybe because you can use it as a medical item, her dad is approving of and considering she's an expert fisher now. That's pretty funny. All right, so that's what Wildpaw is doing. And yeah, I think that's what we're going to focus on. I think we'll try to let these guys come over. And it looks like there's a stag beetle that Stonepaw saw. We're going to go ahead and stock for some food. Socialize with Wave Kit. And I think that this is just kind of a nice moment where Stonepaw and Moonpaw and Misty Paw, just increased our hunting too, may have just a moment to kind of interact at the ruins. And originally they were supposed to come with Night Frost, but now they're alone. And Stonepaw is more or less on the eve of earning his warrior name. And Moonpaw, she's just a teensy bit younger than Stonepaw, but she's kind of always been treated like she's even younger than she really is, because her mentor is never really focused on helping her train. And that's because Branch Star kind of feels conflicted. Moonpaw supposedly has this big legacy and this big... Why are you vomiting, Quella? We'll have to keep an eye on that. But like this big legacy and this big prophecy on her. But it's almost like Branch Star feels like if he can kind of keep control of Moonpaw by not letting her become too strong, then maybe he can keep control of that prophecy and control over the future of his clan. Oh no. Trout Shadow caught a kissing Grommy. I think he would go ahead and present it to a certain Misty Pond in attempts to woo her, because he is a bit of a tomcat that way. And a perfect tragic clownfish caught. Wonderful. Alright, koi fish. Did you catch anything, Stonepaw? He caught a stag beetle. Is that a chinchilla? It's a chinchilla! Yay! Okay, so we'll let them do a couple more hunts. I think we'll definitely let them do a little bit of hunting. But I mean, the crickets are out. Wildpaw just improved her hunting skill again, which is great because she lost a lot of her hunting skill after her injury. And some of you guys have been suggesting that when kits grow up, we remove like half their hunting skill. I'm considering that. If enough of you guys like that idea so we can make it so kits aren't supernaturally strong when they leap out of the nursery, then we may do that. Did you catch the chinchilla? Aw, she got a snake skin. How did she get a snake skin from a chinchilla? That's a pretty good question if you ask me. And we'll let her go ahead and use the restroom. And Misty Pond didn't catch anything, but she did get an empty chip bag. Bearglow, how did you do that? How did you do that? I'm gonna have to roll to see if our medicine cat got sick. Now that would be a twist in the events. Oh gosh, you goose bucket. So basically he earned something, but I won't reveal it just yet. However, that's gonna make things interesting. So go take care of yourself, Bearglow. You've got to go eat and whatnot. I can't believe that. How is our medicine cat trying to get sick on us? That's just ridiculous. All right, but at least we have lots and lots of lobster. Apparently Night Frost is just gonna like fall sound asleep in front of here. Oh, and the black goldfish. I actually think the black goldfish are Branch Star's favorite food. So we can always remember that as being a favorite food of his. And he does have a couple rainbow snails. That'll be pretty useful. Good, 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 good. All right, well, we'll keep an eye on that. Bearglow, go eat, you goofy cat. I can't believe you did that. Let's make sure the kits, let's wake the kits up because I don't want them to fall asleep. Oh my gosh, let's wake all the kits up. Hello, kits. Please wake up. No more napping. You guys need to eat. Oh my goodness, do they ever need to eat? We have so many hungry kits. Where's more food? Crowfeather, are you doing enough hunting? I think he would be looking at some of the food he's collected and thinking, I should give it to Moss Clan. But, hello, Crowfeather. Look at how many hungry kits there are. We don't have time for this. They all woke up. They all woke up to the smell of fish, and they're going to be here to eat all of this fish any second now. Ah! Any second now. They're all going to start showing up. We need more fish. More fish. We need more fish for more cats. Oh gosh. All right, so they're going to take care of that. Look at all of them. Feeding all of these kits is definitely going to be something special. Bearglow, take care of yourself for crying out loud. And actually, that's true, you guys. If we lost our medicine cat, we would lose the ability to use the medicine items. And that would be a very, 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 very bad thing. All right, so let's come over. What are you doing? All right, I think Moonpaw may have gotten a little bit tired. And Stonepaw is just running around. But I really think that this is just the perfect time for them to kind of spend time hanging out together. And sniff. Misty Pond. Oh, she caught a snake. The San Francisco garter snake is actually very brightly colored. And so it would have been a venomous snake if I had noticed she was trying to catch it and she didn't catch it. Even though in real life it is not venomous. We just play so that any of the brightly colored Sims 3 snakes have a chance of being venomous snakes that we have to deal with. Alright, so I don't know about this. I know that they're definitely best friends, but I think that they would definitely start looking at each other a little bit differently now that he's going to be a proper warrior, and now that she is actually bigger than him, because even though her training hasn't gone very well, how'd you get fleas, sir? Even though her training hasn't gone very well, don't forget she is still supposed to be a very important cat, and she is older. She really should be a warrior pretty soon, but Branch Star has tried to control her future by not really training her as best he should. So he definitely has a lot of guilt for that. And now you both gave each other fleas. Somehow that just seems like such a teenage thing to do, doesn't it? Does it just seem like a teenage sort of thing to do? Come on, you guys. Okay, we'll let them socialize. And then I think we'll let them share tongues. And then I think they'll start laughing because they got each other covered in fleas. And we'll send them home where Bearglow can hopefully go and deal with them. Bearglow, just take care of yourself. Was that a puppy? What is that? Is that a kit? Oh my gosh, look at all the kits! They're gonna come together and they're gonna destroy this tree. This tree is doomed. It doesn't even know it's gonna hit it. Alright, it looks like Coral Kit and Sand Kit are extremely feisty. I would bet you that's because Sand Kit has a lot of Dawnstep's personality. And Minnow Kit is so tiny. Minnow Kit really is one of the smallest out of all of the kits here. And they're all full, so thankfully they've been eating some good fish. But it looks like Minnow Kit is just a teensy tiny. Look at her beautiful markings. I swear, I am really in love with these kits. They are very, very, very cute. Aren't they just so cute? Look at her. Look at her. Oh my gosh. I love these kits. There's so many kits in Branch Clan, and you just never know what they're really going to get up to. So for the love of kits. For the love of kits. There we go. All right. And then, I mean, for the love of kits is pretty accurate if you think about Misty Pond. Oh, Misty Pond, are you going to catch something? She's really, really in the mood to improve her hunting skill and also catch a rodent. No luck there. All right. Nope, she caught another snake skin though. Okay, try to focus, Misty Pond. Sometimes she gets too focused on one thing, and it can actually make her sick in other areas. But all right, so it looks like, despite my best attempts, I don't think these two will really become best friends. Oh, wait, what? Okay, he wants to become best friends. Does she? She's actually wanting to sniff Dogaze. I wonder if she wants to see what other medicine cats are like to decide whether or not that's a path she really wants to take, because she is being pressured into it quite a bit by Bearglow, though she doesn't understand that, and she is starting to get frustrated with Branch Star not training her in how to become a strong warrior, because it's feeling like Branch Star won't train her at all. Bearglow keeps implying that there's more than one way to become a warrior and maybe she should go forward, and I think maybe that is what's holding Moonpaw back from being able to really connect with Stonepaw tonight, even though he wants to just be best friends. I think she feels like there's a wall between them because he's about to become a warrior, and she looks like she's barely left the nursery. That's how she feels, because no one is really training her, and everybody has different opinions on what she needs to do with her warrior skills. So, I like it. I like it. And Bearglow, well, we'll see what kind of trouble he's going to cause next time. So there we go, you guys. Are all the kits fed? It looks like almost all of the kits are fed, and the ones who aren't fed are on their way in. Frog Kit's coming over here for swordfish. I should be paying attention to what they're eating. And no, stop it. Coral Kit, you need to come over and eat. Coral Kit is distracted. Misty Pond is defending this crayfish as though her life depends on it. And are all the other kits fed? Oh, thank goodness. So all the other kits are fed, and poor Night Frost is just not feeling well, and somehow she's just like having all of her energy vanish out from under her. So we'll have to see what happens in Branch Clan next time. I'm pretty excited. Sorry that we didn't tackle too much, even though Frog Kit is definitely tackling the swordfish. A lot of it is just kind of watching the small subtle stories that the cats start playing out themselves. Look how tiny Minnow Kit is. She is just so freaking adorable. But a lot of it is just watching those small subtle stories, like the fact that I think Trout Shadow is going to try to present Misty Pond after he eats. He would definitely put his stomach first. With the, I think she's definitely going to try to present her with the kissing Gurami, as long as her brother's not watching. And yeah, Wild Pot and Misty Pond, oddly enough, seem to be forming a bit of a friendship too. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on everything. We just kind of have to see how the cats behave and what they do during active gameplay. But we'll also have to keep an eye on Crowfeather. And I actually was trying to click on him, and somehow I missed and hit Branch Star because the brothers are very, very similar in appearance. And we'll have to keep an eye on him. Does he have anything at all? He doesn't have a single want other than playfully pouncing Sea Whisper that has to do with his kits, you guys. I wonder what that means. I wonder what that says about the choice that he might potentially make. He's going to make it in the end, not me. And we'll have to see what he decides. So, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.